The price of cheating. The elegant room hummed with the soft clink of glasses and bursts of lively conversation. It was a business event, buzzing with energy, where everyone seemed effortlessly aligned with the vibrant atmosphere. Swept up in the flow. I laughed and mingled, feeling the rare perfection of the moment. A couple of drinks had eased my guard, making me more open, more carefree. On the periphery stood Victor, my husband, his quiet presence almost unnoticed. Social gatherings were never his forte. Victor preferred calm evenings, intimate moments far removed from the whirlwind of events like this. Yet in my excitement, I barely noticed his solitude. Or perhaps I chose to ignore it. The group I was with turned playful, tossing around light-hearted jokes. Someone quipped about men being under their wives' thumbs, and I joined in, laughing, louder than necessary. Then I went too far. A sharp, stinging remark about Victor slipped from my lips. My friends roared with laughter, their validation intoxicating. I reveled in the attention, oblivious to the hurt I had caused. But Victor noticed. His posture stiffened, his face shadowed with hurt. For a moment, his shoulders sagged under the weight of my betrayal. Still, caught in the group's amusement, I didn't fully register the damage. When he approached me, his steps deliberate and measured, the chatter around us seemed to fade. I greeted him with a forced smile, hoping he hadn't heard my words. But his eyes held a storm, his calm expression masking something deeper. His voice, when he spoke, was soft but sharp enough to cut through the noise. "It's over," he said simply, before turning and walking away. Those two words shattered my world. The room, still alive with laughter, suddenly felt distant. My breath caught. My body froze. I wanted to run after him, to take back my words, to beg for forgiveness, but I remained rooted, guilt weighing me down. As the evening continued around me, I was lost in a storm of regret. I replayed the moment in my mind. The laughter, the careless joke, the fleeting triumph that cost me everything. Victor was gone, and with him, the life we had built. Before it all fell apart. Our love story hadn't always been this way. It began on a rainy afternoon in a cozy cafe. I had been rushing, juggling too much, when I spilled coffee all over myself. Flustered and embarrassed, I fumbled with napkins until Victor appeared. With a gentle smile, he handed me one and helped me clean up. There was no grand gesture, just quiet kindness. His calm presence caught me off guard, so different from the brash, attention-seeking men I was used to. Our first date was equally unassuming. A walk in the park, hours spent sharing fragments of our lives. For the first time in years, I felt truly seen. Victor had a quiet ambition, a profound sense of purpose. He dreamed of starting a business, not for fame, but to create something meaningful. A year later, we married in a small, intimate ceremony. As we exchanged vows, I believed every word. We promised to face life's challenges together, no matter what. But somewhere along the way, I lost sight of those promises. The slow unraveling Victor's business struggled to gain traction despite his persistence while my career soared. I was consumed by ambition, chasing success and recognition. Victor remained constant, kind, patient, and unwavering, but I had changed. The woman who once admired his steady nature grew frustrated with it. I wanted him to mirror my drive, my hunger for achievement. Instead of cherishing his calm, I resented it. At first, my dissatisfaction emerged as offhand remarks. Over time, those remarks became sharper, crueler. I began belittling him even in public, using humor as a weapon. Victor never retaliated. He laughed along, deflecting with self-deprecation. But in private, I saw the toll it took. His laughter faded, his shoulders slumped. And still, I didn't stop. The breaking point. It happened on an ordinary evening. Victor had cooked dinner, as he often did. Exhausted and irritable from work, I made a dismissive comment about how much free time he must have. He didn't respond. The silence stretched until I filled it with another cutting remark, this time about his business. This time, Victor didn't deflect. He set his fork down and met my gaze. His voice was quiet but resolute. "I can't do this anymore," he said. Panic rose in my chest. "What are you talking about?" I snapped. "We're just going through a rough patch." "This isn't a rough patch, Anna," he replied, his tone heavy with weariness. "It's broken and I don't know how to fix it." I wanted to argue, to plead, but his words kept coming, each one a blow. "You've been pushing me away for years. I kept holding on, thinking it would get better, but you've made me feel small, and I can't do it anymore." Desperation surged. "I'm sorry," I blurted. "I didn't mean to hurt you. We can fix this. We just need more time." But Victor shook his head. "We've had time, Anna. Love isn't enough when it's so one-sided." He stood, his movements deliberate and heavy. "I'll stay at my brother's for a while. We both need space." Then he was gone. Aftermath, the soft click of the door echoed in the silence of our house. I sat at the table, staring at his empty chair, replaying the moment over and over. Victor had been my anchor, the best part of me, but I had pushed him too far. Now he was gone, and I had no one to blame but myself.